to Tapping Girl Tapping Into You. I'm your host, Colette Tapping Girl, and I have Melissa with me today, my Echo Melissa.
That's right.
That we're going to talk about what she does and all that stuff in a few minutes. First thing I want to tell you is we are here through the generosity of our sponsors, and that is Logan Street Signs and Banners and Noblesville Trophies here in beautiful Noblesville.
Yes.
So if you can use their services, please contact them and let them know what you need and let them service your needs. There you go. There's the numbers on the side of the screen. Give them a holler. And it is Jim Wofford who does all this. If you could see this place, you wouldn't believe it. There's more cables and everything else laying around. Now, this beautiful set, this is actually my balcony. I grew that. There you go. All right, Tapping Girl in the house. All right.
Nice.
I know y'all like to hear this old girl doing like rap and everything else. There we go. Gangsta. Okay, so why don't you take a second, tell them about you, where to find you, that fun stuff.
Melissa Mitchell and my friend Stephanie Green and I have a Facebook page, Living Life on Purpose. Check us out. It's awesome. It's very inspirational. She's a little bit more active than I am, but you can see both of us on there, and we just want to help everybody move forward in positivity every day.
Yay! Yay. Now, I know a lot of you who watch this are Abers, and if you're not familiar with that frame, with that word, we are followers. It's not a cult, okay? It's
Right.
basically people that study, learn law of attraction, and that is as it is channeled by Esther Hicks. We went on Saturday to see Abraham in Chicago, and it was a fun experience. It always is. The room is just electrified with energy.
Yes.
It's all kinds of people who think positive, speak positive, want to learn how to navigate this life experience, and that was a fun thing. If you haven't had the opportunity to do it, I hope you create that for yourself if you're looking to do it. We made it a road trip. I was up at 2. I actually had a friend come in from Ohio on Friday. Saturday morning, we were up at 2.
Oh, yeah.
Melissa and Stephanie showed up at, we had another lady come with us,
right?
Amanda.
Yes.
She showed up at my house at 3:30 in the morning. And then Melissa and Stephanie showed up at 4. We were off to Chicago. We got an hour back, so we got to go there and have muffins and coffee and talk to people in line and all kinds of fun stuff. Now, I will tell you that when I saw Abraham last time and this time, the big thing that she was really thumping the drum about is meditation.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to give my little 2 cents here on meditation. Meditation is really good. Okay? Meditation is that thing that really just quiets my mind so that I can reset. In other words, I'm not thinking necessarily real good, and I'm not necessarily thinking real bad. I'm kind of getting myself into that feeling space. Now, a lot of you know that I say tapping can do the same thing.
Yes.
All right? Now, what I mean by that is this. When we are aware that we feel negatively, in that awareness, okay, then we can actually know what it is that we're thinking.
Right.
Okay? The tapping, even though a lot of people have a little trouble with this, and even people I work with where they get big budgets will go like, wait a minute though, you're saying all that bad stuff. Okay.
Right.
All we're doing, okay, let's see, let me put it to you this way. All your emotions have information, okay? Let's just do this. There are no bad emotions. There are emotions that feel bad.
Yes.
Ooh, okay?
Yeah, I like that.
I love simplicity.
Yeah.
Okay. So what that means is, I tell the story where sometimes we get the info when we were little tiny babies and somebody said, no, don't do that. And whether you got your hand smacked, your butt smacked, whatever, got yelled at, whatever it was, we didn't interpret that as what I did there was bad. What we interpreted as, I am bad.
Right.
Okay, so along comes a negative emotion. When you connect that with the I am bad thing, we're all walking around as these like out of our mind, not realizing how we're feeling because we're trying to not feel negative emotion.
Right.
Okay, and what we're missing is the juice that catapults us into the awareness.
Yes.
Okay, and when I'm aware, y'all heard the saying, you can't change what you don't acknowledge.
Yes.
Okay, that's all that is.
Exactly.
Okay, that means I got to see me, warts and all.
That's right.
Okay,
To get rid of them.
and I can decide that warts aren't a bad thing.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
So what happens is when we're doing the tapping, okay, okay, whoever works through me wants you to know that I get to decide my life experience.
Yes.
And somebody might see warts as a really bad thing, and somebody might see warts as
Always
not so
perspective.
bad.
Always.
Right. All that is you figuring it out from your own life experience. Now, if two people see something differently, and I'll just tell you, you ask any officer, detective, policeman, they'll tell you the worst accounting is an eyewitness account.
Right.
Because two people can look at the same thing and from their life perspective interpret it differently.
Absolutely.
Okay, my husband and I have conversations all the time where he says something, I hear it as criticism, okay? I snap back, and then once I take the moment to say, well, da-da-da-da-da, did you mean that? He goes, well, I didn't mean that for you at all. That was about me. And I'm like, yeah, no,
right,
it's
right.
And
See, I was right.
Oh. And that's what we're going to talk about today is my rightness. Okay, we're going to get to that in just a minute. But what she was talking about on the meditation, let's back up for a second and tell you this. If you haven't been meditating, a lot of us make that word too big.
Right.
Okay? We think it's this big thing. You got to be burning incense and lighting the candles.
Or
and all
take a
those
bunch
things.
of time.
Take a bunch of time. You can meditate in 2 minutes. I mean, there's a lady I know on Facebook all the time that says, like, in a minute I got there, or 10 seconds I got there, okay? It's like anything else. The more I practice it, the better I get at it, okay? I got some really awesome things happening in my own life right now with my own awareness. Because when I see negative emotion, okay, I start into the tapping.
Yeah.
Okay? Because going back to what I was explaining to you before is that we're just acknowledging the stuff that feels negative, okay, that feels bad, and giving it a voice.
Yep.
It's actually getting that out of my body. If I'm telling that crappy story while I'm tapping, I'm getting it out. If I'm telling that crappy story and I'm not tapping, my body, my isness, okay, thinks it's all happening right now.
That makes sense.
And I have the same physiological reactions in my brain and my body as if it's happening now. That's why when you're tapping with me, and I'm really, really good at it, okay? I'm like a master shifter, I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
I know how to blow so much crap out of the water, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
So what happens is I actually make you really tune into that. To get in that feeling, whether it's the anger, the frustration, because I know.
Fear.
And really it's either love or fear. But see, what I know is if you are if you're feeling that negativity, okay, you've got an experience in there that you're afraid to call up. Now, it's in there all the time.
Right.
It's just a low-grade, fear or whatever going on all the time. So, really, suppressing it, think about yourself like a pressure cooker. The longer the heat's on, the more the little thingamajig does, right? Don't they spin and blow steam or whatever? Okay, I haven't really seen one of those work in a long time, but I do remember them. And what happens is you're stuffing. So when I start working with people, it's not uncommon that you're crying or getting angrier. There are people I work with that because you get angrier, stop the process. They just stop it cold because they know when they're angry, they don't like how it feels. Here's the difference. If you stay with me, if you keep plugged in, you will find that in a very short amount of time, we have eliminated that from your energy system. And I have people who do stay with me go, all of a sudden they'll go, it's gone. And it's like, what do you mean it's gone? They go, well, it's gone. How do you know it's gone? All of a sudden, it doesn't bother me. Okay, that is known as the apex effect. If you knew how many people I work with who get the apex effect. The apex effect is that thing that says, I just changed my mind. It just doesn't make me mad anymore. Okay, that's the tapping. All right, so getting to... and when you understand that the way this world works, law of attraction says I always get a match to me, right? So then idiot or goof boy or goof girl or whatever shows up, hits my buttons. My
contrast.
And I'm like, okay, well, do you know you create your own reality? And people say yes. And then I say, well, then what about that person? They go, well, I didn't do that. Okay, well, you either did it all or you didn't. That is not about fault and blame. That is about, let's go back to that big word I love, awareness. Until I'm aware that snarky person showed up in front of me and that person is letting me see my own limitation.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yes.
All right? would mean this. Let's say that person shows up and I really got this. Okay, I know how to get this happy. I know how to feel good. I know how to focus on things. Doesn't mean I never feel bad again. But when that person shows up, if I go, oh, they really don't like themselves very much, and I kind of move on my merry way. Or they could irritate me a little bit. Look, I'm not asking you to be perfect. You already are. So let go of any of that doing it wrong crap, okay? So when they show up and they're doing that, it's the amount of resistance that I have to it that makes me lock. In other words, the more I point out, what was she doing? Who she thinks she is? Why is she saying that? Just so you know, if I irritate you, that is not about me. That's about you, because I am fantastic.
That's right.
Yeah. And anybody who really spends time with me knows that. And if you don't, well, you're just not ready for me. And it's okay. You're missing out. And it's okay. All right. One of the things I even teach people is, it's all right. It's okay. I'm doing really well. Everything's okay. So even when you acknowledge that negativity, you can do that. All right. So let's go to today's topic. The reticular activating system. That is a part of your brain that always makes you right. Okay? In any given moment, now again, every time I hear these numbers, they change depending on who's teaching, all right? But this was from quantum physicists, so I'm going to assume they know what they're talking about. There are about 2 billion bits of information going on in my life experience at any one time.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now, I can only see and process about 2,000.
Okay.
Okay? So what do you think my brain's going to see? The part that makes me right.
Right.
Okay? There's this story. If you haven't watched the movie What the Bleep Do We Know, go watch it. Find it on YouTube. Go to your library and get it. It's really fun. It tells a story about when Columbus was coming to the Americas, that the chief did not even see the ships. They had never seen ships before.
Right.
So their brain had not processed seeing a ship. But the chief was coming to the shore every day, and he saw the movement in the water.
Okay.
So he knew something was out there.
Wow.
Enough days of coming out there. Enough days of coming out there. You haven't seen What the Bleep?
No,
You got to come to my house.
I know.
If any of you want to come to my house and we'll do a What the Bleep viewing, let me know. Find me on Facebook. Okay, after so many times of doing that, he sees the ships.
But they're there the whole time.
They're there the whole time.
But he literally
but wait a
doesn't
minute.
see it.
That's like, now wait a minute. That's the age-old question. If the tree falls in the woods and there's nobody there to hear it, did it make a noise? Ready? I got the answer.
Yeah.
You can argue with me, but I'm always right. No. There was no ear to interpret the vibration. See, in quantum physics, we are, okay, you ready? This big stuff. I mean, I just got chills all the way down my back. This is the stuff that helps you understand that you are the creator. You are the observer.
Yes.
Okay, now, go into that same question. I just want to reword it a different way. If something went wrong in the house and my husband's not there, is it still his fault? Yes!
That was not planned.
That was not
That's
planned.
common knowledge.
He's over there. We just know this, don't we, sister girls?
Yeah.
Okay, if you saw my Facebook post, we got 1,750 square feet. And if you knew how often he and I are like this, it's hilarious. Okay. All right. So the reticular activating system is the part of my brain that sorts and sifts that information and makes me right.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say I have a belief that people with money are greedy. Well, it really isn't that hard to find ways to make me right, is it?
Right.
Okay? But you see, this whole life experience is based on what am I choosing to focus on.
Yes.
Because not every person with money who has money is greedy. Bill Gates is very generous.
Yes.
Okay?
There's tons of them.
Warren Buffett is very generous. And those are about... Scott's very generous.
Right.
Yeah, my husband, he really is. In fact, my sister had to tell me at my birthday, please remember these things he does when you're really mad at him. Make a list. In fact, that's a really good idea. You can always make a list of the things that you love to shift your focus. Okay? I now have 3 practices in the morning. I get up in the morning and I do the meditation. I set it for 15 minutes and I sit there, and what I do, let's go back to that for a second. Just focus on a sound. Okay? If you get distracted by other sounds, gently bring yourself back to that sound. In my house, it's the blower on the heating and air. I run it 24/7 and I can hear it. Okay? Now I'll hear a car, I'll hear a plane, I'll hear what. Just gently bring yourself back to the sound. Then my phone goes off. It does chimes, so it's all pretty and nice instead of scaring the crap out of me and get me out of there. Okay? Next thing I do is, and I can even post it with this posting when I put this on my timeline. It's a 10-minute morning meditation with Abraham that I tap in. Okay,
Nice.
just listen to and tap in. And then I found this one in the last 2 days. It's called Getting Into the Vortex.
Ooh.
And it is so happy. By the time you've done those 3 things, you're like blitzkrieging.
I love
okay?
that.
And what I've added to that is writing at least 1 page, hopefully both sides. I try and go about 10 minutes. Of positive aspects.
Oh.
I love knowing I'm source energy. I love knowing I'm the creator in my universe. I like being mindful and aware. I write all this stuff down. Now you can even go back and read that and tap that in.
That's so
okay,
lovely.
it can be as simple as a word or whatever. Okay, so this reticular activating system that's seeing what makes me right. You've heard the old expression: do you want to be right or happy?
Yes.
Okay, now you can be both.
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't mean you're eating anybody's junk, because that wouldn't make you happy, right?
No.
Okay. Happy and right means that I am in my awareness thinking in alignment with feeling good, which puts me in touch with the source energy being that I am. Okay, somebody just got that really big. I just felt such a big in there that somebody went like, oh, duh. Who knew? And I could be getting ready for somebody watching it in the future. I now got so many crazy things going on.
I love it.
I will tell you that I just worked with a client yesterday, and every time I went to say the word Eastern time, I couldn't say it. I said Easter. For 2 days that happened. I ended up in a session yesterday where the thing that had happened to this person happened on Easter.
Oh, look at you.
And I'm seriously, is that crazy? Crazy good.
That's all,
TAPNGRL is crazy good fun.
Yes.
Okay, so get some of this. All right. So what the happy and the right means is that I got to get my focus off of them and what they're doing.
Yes.
Okay? I want to get my focus back on me, things that feel good, things I can be in control of.
Yes.
Everybody loves fall. Almost everybody
I
loves
love it.
fall.
It's my
I've had some
favorite.
people calling me out when I do all of the everybody. Okay. Almost everybody loves fall.
Right.
Okay? Some people associate with the death time of year. I don't know why you would ever want to do that. Okay?
Right.
Stop it. Be about the regeneration.
Yes.
Okay. In the fall, why do we like things? Doesn't it seem clearer outside?
It does.
Don't you love the smell?
I do.
I mean, come on. The smell of fall is awesome.
It's amazing.
Smell of fall in the woods is awesome. Don't we love the cooler breeze? Don't we love the... Okay, everything I did there was about loving fall, got me more in alignment with myself, and it wasn't about I hate summer. Okay, you see what I'm saying? This is an inclusion-based universe, so you cannot push against what you do not like enough to not include it in my life experience. So what I actually want to do is I want to get focused on something I do like.
Yep.
My friend just sent me notes this morning telling me about her 4-year-old. Says to her this morning, ooh, I love fall. And she says, oh, why do you love fall? Well, one of the answers that came shortly after that was how much winter's coming right after fall. Well, she loves sledding and playing in the snow. Okay, and then she was like, don't worry, Mom, spring comes after that.
Right. It's okay.
She's been the one. She really helps her mom with alignment.
Don't they?
And I love her telling me the stories and all of that stuff. So you probably wonder when we're going to tap. We're not. Just kidding. All right. So what you want to do is, we all hear people talking about our power. Let me make it really, really simple for you. Your power is you mindfully choosing what you're thinking and focusing on.
Yes.
Your power doesn't mean you're waving a magic wand all day. It doesn't mean, you
pretending something doesn't bother you.
If you're pretending something's not bothering you, then you can do that pretending crap while you're tapping, because actually what you want to do is you want to talk all about the part that's bothering you. People who've worked with me know I almost always know when you need a good old-fashioned rant tap, and that is like complete and total blowing your stuff all over the place while you're tapping.
That's good.
And it is so cathartic.
It really is.
It really is. She knows. We've done it. All right, so we kind of all have what is itis. And that is where we're observing what is instead of understanding our power. Okay, we all hear about free will, right?
Yes.
All free will means is I get to choose.
Right.
Am I focusing on what the Nimnod's doing, or am I going, okay, from being aware of that Nimnod and what they're doing, whether it's cutting people off in traffic, talking nasty to somebody, looking at people. Have you ever looked at people watch other people? It's hilarious. Okay. So...
I'm always having
a good time.
I love people watching.
But you can even say, even in acknowledging that, it's like, wow, isn't that great? We all get to choose.
Yes.
Okay? That's a big shifter for me. A lot. where I see or something someone's doing that I think, oh, I wouldn't choose that. I'm more responsible. I'm more respectful. And then I go, isn't it nice they all get to choose? And so do I.
That's right.
Okay? So what happens is we get stuck on that thing that's going on because our brain's making us right. Okay. So if I believe, let's find one, an easy one. People can be thoughtless and mean. What's an easier way to put that?
Rude?
Oh, yeah. And alrighty then. And you see, rude's going to change from person to person. I might think it's rude for you to be playing basketball after 8 o'clock when I got to hear the ball, and you think it's absolutely okay because you're the one playing ball.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right. So I do have a little better handle on creating my own reality. So after people get my attention for a couple days and I'm all in a snit about, well, they should be doing that, then I'm like, all right, sister girl. Have you had enough?
Let it go.
Because you got more
Right.
coming.
You
Okay.
go every
all right.
day.
So, even though people can be rude. Okay, so let me explain this to you real fast before we go on. We're going to go over today. I'm just warning you, we're going to go over. Is it okay that we go over? I'm asking the Grand Poobah, and he's ignoring me.
That means yes.
That's a yes.
It's obviously going to be over.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure you were okay on time.
I'll just shut it off if I'm not.
Oh, boom. All right. So here's what I want you to know.
I'm the power of my.
That's right. Absolutely.
The power of me,
So what happens is, let's just talk about money. All right. A lot of us that want more money, okay, tend to see what other people are doing with their money and get a little upset because if they were really, really, really responsible, they'd be giving some of that to me. They'd be taking care of my family. They'd be doing all of those things, okay, just be a nice sharing the money. Okay. You are so way off track, okay? I'm just telling you, when you get out of everybody else's business about what they're doing with money and you can appreciate everybody who does have money, when you see somebody who has a new car and you're driving a jalopy, it's time to go, man, isn't it great they got that new car? I love new cars. I love that new car smell. And you keep doing it until you get yourself into the feeling place of it.
Right.
Okay. And I just got to tell you, you get to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about, okay? And even I do it. Do not think for a minute I'm like not human, okay? And that I do it all perfect, okay? I just got a better handle on me than I used to have. Because let me tell you what, I didn't used to be this happy. I didn't used to be this satisfied. I didn't used to be this fun. I didn't used to be this right and smart and all of those things. Well, my sister will tell you, I always right. Okay, so what happens is, think about money in this way. We don't think about health, which is every bit the abundance.
Yes.
Okay? The way we think about money. In other words, if you have more money, I think you should share it with me.
Right.
Okay? But I don't look at you and go, you have so much health. You need to be sharing that with me.
Right.
Okay? Creation is creation.
Right.
Okay? Ooh, we got to talk about that next time, don't we?
Yeah.
Manifested and created. Anyway, creation is creation. Okay, so what I really want to be doing is understanding, that's a shifter for me, okay, to help me as soon as I'm seeing lack and limitation about money to go, well, if I have access to infinite health. Now, if you have a health issue you've had all your life, okay, I can understand where that's going to be a challenge. Or if you're dealing with a health issue now, okay, I'm not saying it's not real. I'm not doing any of that. But I am telling you that even though I'm not a doctor, here we go, my disclaimer. Even though I'm not a doctor, even though I'm not a psychologist, I teach from my own life experience. I studied I studied Gary Craig's training. Okay, he's the guy that developed it. So to me, that's like the gold standard.
Absolutely.
Okay, and what that means is it really is important for me in that moment that I'm thinking about the money or the lack thereof or whatever my story was, to go to the tapping and start getting that out of me. It was funny. I did that the other morning. I could feel I was kind of bunged up on some things, and it really didn't have to do with money.
Right.
It was about other things that were annoying me, and by that afternoon, I had 2 appointments scheduled.
There you go.
Okay?
Love
so
that.
when you open that up in you, you open up the pathways of others getting to you, like I'm affirming all the time. People love the way I teach. They love the way I share this. They love all of the... Okay, so what you want to be doing, understanding that when you're thinking and it's negative, you don't have to beat yourself up. That's what we're going to tap.
Oh,
okay.
I love that.
you get to go, oh, that's my wacky reticular activating system that's my brain acting exactly like it's supposed to.
That's right.
And seeing that person who's doing that to let me know that's my belief.
Yes.
Okay?
Right, the mirror.
They're
We're
the
mirrors.
messenger.
Yes.
All they are is the messenger, okay? Don't kill the messenger.
Please.
If you know how many people wanted to kill me, all I am is the messenger of your snafu of cluster that you've brought into your life. And I want you to know, you ought to be really proud of me because I've cleaned up my language so much. All right, because I know some kids watch this now. All right, so what I'm going to do is, what did I say a minute ago we're going to tap? Do you remember? No, after that, when I said one tap that. Even though it's so hard for me to remember, what did I just say? You started tapping when I said it.
First you started out with rude.
Yeah, and then I said so stuck, even though it feels so out of my control what I'm thinking about. Ooh, even though I can't get my brain off the negative.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it. Okay, let's do that. Even though I can't stop the negative. All right, now here's the thing. This is going to sound backwards to you, all right? But do it anyway, okay? Now, I want you to get something in mind that you know upsets you, okay? Whether it's other people squandering their money, squandering their health, okay? Not eating like they're supposed to, cutting you off in traffic, they won't get this, why won't they clean up their room, whatever it is, whether you're a mama girl or not, or a dad or whatever that's going on, okay? I want you to think of that thing in your mind. All right? Mm-hmm. And then I want you to rate how snitty pants it can get you on a 0 to 10. Mm-hmm. Okay?
All right.
0 being nothing, which means not a good choice here. You want to find something that's going to rile you up.
Yeah.
And a 10 being like the most irritated I've ever been in my life. You should probably be able to find something that's about a 6 to an 8.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you there?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Can you tell me where you feel it in your body?
It's all.
I was going to say, it's always
like,
in your heart.
Like my diet. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
It's just a ball.
All right. So what we're going to say, and you're going to repeat after me. If you haven't done the tapping before, all you're going to do is follow along and mimic me. You're going to be my echo.
That's right.
All right. And here we go. Even though I can't stop thinking this negative thought.
Even though I can't stop thinking this negative thought.
I deeply and profoundly love and honor myself.
I deeply and profoundly love and honor myself.
And even though I can't stop thinking this negative thought.
And even though I can't stop thinking this negative thought.
I deeply and profoundly love and honor myself.
I deeply and profoundly love and honor myself.
Okay, now the juice is in the positive affirmation, so we're going to get really emphatic, okay?
Yes.
And even though I can't stop thinking this negative thought.
And even though I can't stop thinking this negative thought.
Okay, I just saw Snoopy in my head. You know how Snoopy does that?
Yes.
I deeply and profoundly love and honor myself.
I deeply and profoundly love and honor myself.
Okay, now we go to the eyebrow. This negative thought I keep thinking.
This negative thought I keep thinking.
Side of the head, side of the eye. I can't stop thinking it.
I can't stop thinking it.
Under the eye. It feels so out of my control.
It feels so out of my control.
That I can't stop thinking this negative thought.
That I can't stop thinking this negative thought.
Now, chin is the dent. This negative thought, I just can't make it stop.
This negative thought, I just can't make it stop.
Collarbone. Now, you can do it this way, this way, this way, this way, okay? We're really just vibrating the bones. This negative thought I keep thinking.
This negative thought I keep thinking.
Under the arm is like if you draw a line down the side of your body, it's right down the center, middle of the bra strap for women, men about 4 inches from your armpit. I can't stop thinking this negative thought.
I can't stop thinking this negative
now I'm
thought.
going to introduce you to a new spot because some people I work with really don't like this one, okay? It's the wrists. Bring them together.
A video like that, yes.
This negative thought I can't stop thinking.
This negative thought I can't stop thinking.
Top of the head. I get so mad at myself.
I get so mad at myself.
And them.
And them.
If they just stop doing that.
If they just stop doing that.
And I'd stop noticing it.
And I'd stop noticing it.
Eyebrow. My wacky reticular activating system.
My wacky reticular activating system.
Side of the eye. It's always gonna make me right.
It is always gonna make me right.
So this thing I keep focusing on.
So this thing I keep focusing
under
on.
the nose. I keep getting proof I'm right.
I keep getting proof I'm right.
Chin, because they keep doing that.
Because they keep doing that.
Collarbone. I got more people showing up doing that.
I got more people showing up doing that.
Under the arm. That wacky reticular activating system.
That wacky reticular activating system.
What if that's my brain acting
What if that's my brain acting
just like it was designed to act?
just like it was designed to act?
Eyebrow. What a concept.
What a concept.
Side of the eye. Okay, I'm feeling like starting to yawn. Did we do enough of that? Did we bring yours down?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What were you at?
Like a 7.
And what'd you go to?
Like a 4.
Okay, she's so easy to shift. All right, under the eye. What I focus on,
What I focus on
under the nose, has a lot to do with how I feel.
has a lot to do with how I feel.
Chin. So what if I can train my brain
So what if I can train my brain
to focus on what I do want?
to focus on what I do
Under
want?
the arm. This is probably going to take some practice.
It's probably going to take some practice.
Top of the head. Maybe some repetition and practice.
Maybe some repetition and practice.
Eyebrow. My brain was designed to work this way
My brain was designed to work this way.
to make me right.
To make me right.
Under the eye. It can only see so much at a time.
It can only see so much at a time.
Under the nose. So I can start picking and choosing
So I can start picking and choosing
more mindfully and deliberately
more mindfully and deliberately
what I want to think about.
what I want to think about.
Because what I think about,
Because what I think about,
enough,
enough, enough,
becomes what I feel about.
becomes what I feel about.
And feeling good,
And feeling good,
well, that just feels better.
that feels better.
Under the nose. It's not about figuring out why they're doing what they're doing.
It is not about figuring out why they're doing what they're doing.
Because really, people, isn't it true? Some people, you can't figure out why they're doing that stuff.
No, some people you can't figure it out.
Collarbone. It's about refocusing myself.
It's about refocusing myself.
I love fall.
I love fall.
I love expansive people in my life experience.
I love expansive people in my life experience.
When I'm feeling good,
When I'm feeling good,
I tend to bump up against
I tend to bump up against
others that are feeling good.
others that are feeling good.
And if they're not,
And if they're not,
I can choose to be
I can choose to be
such an uplifter
such an uplifter
that I don't even notice it.
that I don't even notice it.
Top of the head. When my deliberate intention
When my deliberate intention
is to deliberately intend
is to deliberately intend
what I want to focus on,
what I want to focus on,
magic happens.
magic happens.
The more I focus on
the more I focus on
what I'm focusing on,
what I'm focusing on,
I've noticed the more of it I get.
I've noticed the more of it I get.
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that.
The laws of this universe
The laws of this universe
are really quite simple.
are really quite simple.
That might be a challenge for me
That might be a challenge for me.
because I was trained into hard work.
'Cause I was trained into hard work.
I have this belief that the harder I make it,
I have this belief that the harder I make it,
the bigger the payoff.
the bigger the payoff.
That, okay, you don't have to tap this in, but that is such a wad of crap.
That is so not true.
That is so not true. What if it can all be easier?
What if it can all be easier?
What if I get control
What if I get control
of the only thing I can control?
of the only thing I can control?
And that's me.
And that's me.
What if I train my, we'll just call it a RAS.
Ooh, yes.
Okay?
I love that.
Reticular activating
Yes.
system. RAS. What if I could train my RAS
What if I can train my RAS
to look for good things,
to look for good things,
fun things,
fun things,
happy things,
happy things,
things that feel good?
things that feel good?
What if I do that to the point
What if I do that to the point
where my brain makes me right?
where my brain makes me right?
Boom!
Ooh, boom!
Yeah, you got that?
I got it.
Okay, now what you can do when you're coming back and watching this again is you want to slide it forward. You can always listen to the teaching over and over because there are layers of awareness that happen, okay? But you can slide it forward, use this tapping sequence
Yes.
over and over and over and over and over again, okay? Collarbone, I like feeling better.
I like feeling better.
I like getting control of myself.
I like getting control of
I
myself.
like shifting my focus.
I love shifting my focus.
You mean I can just shift?
You mean I can just shift?
Yep, I'm the chooser.
Yep, I'm the chooser.
Oh, that little free will thing I was reminded about.
Oh yeah, that little free will thing.
Okay, under the nose. And when I'm feeling bad,
And when I'm feeling bad,
that's really big info.
that is really big info.
I can be aware.
I can be aware.
I can celebrate my awareness.
I can celebrate my awareness.
Because I love celebrating.
Because I love celebrating.
I'm a celebrating girl.
I'm a celebrating girl.
I love celebrating.
I love celebrating.
Celebrating's fun.
Celebrating's fun.
Celebrating feels good.
Celebrating feels good.
Celebrating is so fun.
Celebrating is so fun.
I can think of a time I celebrated.
I can think of a time I celebrated.
And celebrate again.
And celebrate again.
I'm celebrating me.
I'm celebrating me.
Tapping into me.
Tapping into me.
Take a nice big breath. Okay, I want to thank my sponsors, Logan Street Signs and Banners and Noblesville Trophies, who make it possible for us to come here and talk with you.
Thank you.
And teach you these awesome techniques, okay? If you get any questions or comments, feel free to shoot them to me, okay? Share this show with your friends. Let's get my page growing and going. And you tell them about you for a minute.
Melissa Mitchell, Stephanie Green, Living Life on Purpose. Check us out.
Am I allowed to say this? You cut my hair.
Yeah.
She cuts my hair. If you're
I
in
do.
Noblesville, Fishers, Carmel, whatever, then find her. She's a fun hair cutter.
I am.
We have expansive conversations, sometimes silly ones.
Yes.
But we do all those things. I want you to know that if you're out of state, it doesn't matter. We can always Skype me in. I work one-on-one. I work in group. I do all these things. It really is my
Yes.
joy and my passion to help you all dump that old garbage. If you get stuck, don't know how to do it, I can help you, okay? And let's see, is that it? Oh, the next show's in 2 weeks. I'll be here with Lisa.
Yay.
We will talk about some other things we're talking about doing on the show. We're going to look into having somebody here who could do signing. So that, yes?
If they watch on YouTube, they can hit caption. We have captions on YouTube.
Okay, if you're watching it on YouTube, you can do captions, okay? But we're thinking it might be fun, and I haven't talked to the boss man here yet, but I got a lady that knows how to do signing and all that, so if we could get her somehow in the picture and have all kinds of people. I did ask her, you're going to think this is funny, when I met her, I said, oh, so like who do you do that for? And she says, deaf people. I said, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So I got a good laugher out of that. She said, you'd be surprised how many people ask her if she does it for blind people. No, blind people have trouble seeing. It's
Right.
deaf people that can't hear or have trouble hearing.
Yes.
So that's who she's signing for. Also, you know signing.
Some, a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, until we see you next time in 2 weeks, and feel free to ask me any of your questions, I want to tell you, keep tapping
Yes.
into
Do it.
you. Go have an awesome day. Spread your love and light and your joy.
See ya.